In this lecture, we will learn how to encrypt files using Python code. First, we need to do a few things to set everything up before we dive into the example for this lecture. Let's download the example.csv file attached to this lecture as a course resource, and drag and drop it into the folder where our Python file is currently located. Then we will open up the command prompt or terminal and cd into that directory. The cryptography module can be used to encrypt and decrypt files in Python, so let's use a pip command to install it. We will type pip install cryptography. Once we hit enter, the cryptography module will begin installing on our machine. After it finishes, we are ready to open up PyCharm and start coding. Encrypting a file means that if an unauthorized person opens the file, they will see a bunch of letters, numbers, and symbols that they do not understand instead of the actual file contents. Currently, if we open up our file, you will notice that it contains some data that you can read and understand. The problem is that if this is some sort of important file, and it gets into the wrong hands, a hacker or enemy of ours could use this information against us. So let's learn how we can protect an important file by encrypting it. Up at the top of the code, we will type from cryptography.fernet import fernet. We will create a variable named key, which we set equal to fernet.generateKey. Then we will type with open secret key.key in write binary mode as secret key. Inside of this with statement, we will write the key that we generated with the cryptography module to the file we just created. This code will create a file named secret key and will write a password to it. Then we type with open secret key in read binary mode as secret key and set key equal to secret key.read. This allows us to obtain the key, sort of like a password value, a secret code that only we, the owner of the file, have access to. Let's use Python's print function to print out the key so that we can see it. Now we have the key and the file with our key, but we still need to actually encrypt the CSV file. We will set f equal to fernet.key. Then we will open our CSV in read binary mode as original file. We will create a variable named original and set it equal to originalfile.read. Time to create the encrypted version. We will create a variable named encrypted and set it equal to f.encrypt and pass in original. Then we will use a with statement to open up encrypted example.csv in write binary mode as encrypted file. Inside of the with statement, we will write encrypted to the encrypted file. Let's run the code. You will notice that the key was printed out to the PyCharm console. If we open up the directory where our Python file is stored, you will notice that the encrypted version of the file was created. Let's double click to open it. Awesome. You will notice that the contents of the file have been encrypted. What if we wanted to see the original contents? To do that, we would need to decrypt the file. The last thing we need to do is to make sure that we copy the key to our clipboard, or if you are taking a break after this lecture, copy and paste it somewhere. You will need it for the next lecture. In the next lecture, we will learn how to decrypt files using Python code.